comes a time when we heed a certain call, when the world must come together as one. There are people dying. Oh, when it's time to lend a hand to life, the greatest gift of all.
What do you know about human trafficking? Do you know that there are cases of this modern-day slavery even here in Jamaica? Welcome to another week of School Zone. I'm Tamara McHale. Today we come from the Trenchtown High School giving you highlights of a trafficking in-person seminar put on by the Ministry of Justice in partnership with the Kiwanis Club of New Kingston. Promises to be quite informative. Stay with me.
Picture this, a 16-year-old Jamaican girl, Christian all her life, graduated from school. She wanted a job, like many of us. What did she do? She looked in the classified advertisement. She found it, a job, an accountant. She qualified for the job overseas, in a foreign country. She saw a number, a telephone number attached to the advertisement. She gladly called the number. It was answered on second ring. The person who answered was a female. The person told her to meet her in Halfway Tree at the bus park. They met. They discussed. She immediately got the job. She didn't have a passport, so she was assisted by the female to procure the passport on emergency. She was assisted also with the plane ticket to fly. Her brother gave her $30,000 Jamaican in support of the travel overseas. They were supposed to have left Jamaica within the week of getting the passport. She spoke to her mother on the morning of travel. She said, "Mommy, me no feel like go." Guess what Mommy told her? "Girl, galang, you know, see the whole house want fix." When she reached immigration, because she was accompanied by the person who employed her, when she reached immigration in that foreign country, she was told what to tell the immigration officer. Do you want me to tell you what they told her to tell the immigration? She was actually told to tell immigration that she was there on vacation for 2 weeks only. Remember, she knew she wanted a job and had gotten the job. Actually, she got 6 months in the country. When she left immigration, she was escorted through a side door in that airport, and she was placed in an aircraft. Why? Because the persons who employed her owns aircrafts. Whilst airborne though, she was given 6 pairs of lingerie. You understand that, correct? And said, "Sister, the work, the accountant work that you came for is not up here. Instead, guess what? You have to sell sex."
We'll check back to hear how this girl's story turned out. More than 200 students of Trenchtown High listened keenly to that harrowing tale at their school seminar. They, along with parents, teachers, civic members, and government representatives, including the police, confronted the complex and dangerous issue head-on.
Human trafficking is an issue that affects every single person who is alive. It is a problem that destroys the lives of its victims and their families and communities. It is viewed as something that happens overseas, mainly outside the Caribbean, and we refuse to believe that such horrendous activities could be perpetrated against our citizens, and even worse, against our children.
Human trafficking affects men, women, and children. Victims are often forced into prostitution or hard labor and are exploited and abused while deprived of basic rights, most of all their freedom. Lured usually into this unknowingly, often through promises of job opportunities and a better life.
Always a better life.
They operate on poverty. The crime is worth on an annual basis US $32 billion. It's the most underreported crime in the world.
Christ feed the multitude.
multitude with only one love for bread. Poor people, there is something for you. Don't let the pressures of the system get upon your head. Poor people, there is something for you.
The Office of the Children's Registry was also on hand to ensure students knew what to look out for. You ever hear? Prevention better than cure?
Written in the book of life, we shall live forevermore.
But if you have a friend that have a big yard and have a daughter, and that daughter has a cousin that you don't really know will hurt her, but you have a suspicion about it.
You made a report. We don't need you to establish that it's human trafficking. That's for the police, okay? So you will tell that information to whomever you trust. Call 1-888-PROTECT, right? Or just tell somebody who you trust, and the investigation will be done.
When advertisements for overseas work appear in the media, the task force calls and check them out, or they just wait until an abuse is happened.
Before they start any such recruitment, they need to get the permission of the Ministry of Labor and Social Security.
We have a multi-agency approach to investigating human trafficking. So we know that the Ministry of Labor has investigators as well. But at the police level, our job is to do a proactive policing approach. So what we do, once the advertisements have landed fresh off the press, our investigations would have started. But as you are aware, there are also advertisements online, meaning on Facebook, Twitter, etc. We do police some of that, but the local ones, we have a handle on it.
So be careful when seeking a job, and in this age of social media, don't post everything online.
The government of Jamaica, having accepted that this exists in Jamaica, and it has crippling effects on our people. So the task force was established, and we have several strategies and things that we do to tackle the monster.
Speaking of tackling the monster, remember our 16-year-old friend who got tricked into selling sex instead of the accountant work? What happened to her?
She was taken to a go-go club, and there were criminal gunmen watching her every move. Her passport was taken from her and other travel documents. Her cell phone was removed from her. And she had to sell sex. Upon selling the fourth sex, a good Samaritan came in to purchase sex, but fell in love with her because she's really attractive. And what did he do? He smuggled her through the back door in the club into police station. And because of that good venture, she led police to rescue 2 other Jamaicans. Now, could that happen to any of us? Too easy.
This could happen to anyone. And your biggest weapon is to be aware.
We found the seminar quite useful because most of our students are from the inner city, and so you find that they're actually from backgrounds of low socioeconomic status. And you find that these are the children that are targeted for human trafficking, students who are in economic need, and so, you know, it's important as a part of their education for this social awareness.
I thought that they gave a lot of good examples about this human trafficking, and that it's affecting students and young people that just come out of school and all of that. And I believe that we should be more aware about our surroundings and what is really happening to us.
Remember, if you have queries about employment adverts that you see or opportunities to work abroad, contact the Ministry of Labor at 922-9500-14. Children, if you are walking on the road and somebody comes and tries to grab you, scream for help, murder, and run. The penalty for those caught trafficking in persons is up to 20 years in prison and/or a fine determined by the court. And if you or a child you know is being abused or being lured into trafficking, report it to the Office of the Children's Registry at 1-888-PROTECT. That is 1-888-776-8328. Trust you found this episode of School Zone to be quite enlightening. I know I have. Together, let us care and protect to fight human trafficking. Till next time, I'm Tamara McHale for School Zone.